Hey, it's Bowshy here. Today we're looking at the new Amprex Rifle released in Update 13 of Warframe. Firstly, you can pick up the blueprint in your clan dojo and replicate it for 50,000 credits, or get it in the market for 225 platinum. The Amprex would be considered by many to be the corpus equivalent of the Synapse, but it has some differences. It fires a continuous beam of electricity that does lower initial damage than the Synapse, but can arc to several different enemies. The Amprex has double the Synapse's fire rate, but half the base damage. And although this allows more arcs to occur in a shorter space of time, well, its batteries run dry in about 5 seconds of continuous firing. However, when ammo is properly managed, this weapon can dish out massive amounts of damage to not only single targets, but hordes of enemies too. Since it has a base damage type of electricity and a 50% critical strike chance, with correct modding it can wreak havoc on all factions. Its positives are, quite obviously, the high damage when modded, its crowd control capabilities, a high status chance, increasing damage further, and its overall aesthetically pleasing nature. One of its major downsides is obviously the massive ammo drain, which can be compensated by burst firing or by ammo mutation mods. It has low base damage and therefore output without the correct modding, and it has a lack of polarity slots. The blueprint itself is 50,000 credits, also it requires 8 field drons and 3 argon crystals, and you need to be mastery rank 5. However, on the upside, it does not require a Forma to craft. This weapon could be considered as one of the best weapons in the game. When using it, always aim for the head or other weak spots of high priority targets, allowing the weaker arcs to deal with any lesser mobs surrounding it. Also, always remember that it has a limited range of 18 meters, so you'll need to get very close when using it. Now let's have a look at the stats. First of all, the Amprex Rifle fires a continuous beam of high voltage electricity that arcs among nearby enemies. This weapon excels at crowd control. It has 7.5 electricity damage base, 12.5 accuracy, a 20 fire rate, which will eat up your ammo extremely fast, as we've seen, a 2 times multiplier, and a 50% critical strike chance, allowing you to mod it up to 100% with the correct mods. Also, it has a very nice status chance of 20% per second, a magazine of 100, a reload speed which is not bad at 2 seconds, and as usual the held trigger. Now let's take a look at modding your Amprex for max damage. The Amprex comes with no polarity slots, so first you want to add in 3 V polarities for split chamber, heavy caliber and serration. Then add your 2 dash polarities for some extra elemental damage combos. For Grineer you want to lead with a split chamber, serration and heavy caliber. Then add in your Stormbringer to up the base damage, Hellfire for a radiation combo, a rank 3 point strike for 100% and vital sense to up the crit damage, then a Bane of Grineer for extra damage. If it's a long mission you might want to swap out for an ammo mutation mod. Much the same for Infested and Void, split chamber, serration and heavy caliber for your base damage and multi-shot, Stormbringer and infected clip for the corrosive damage, a rank 3 point strike and vital sense. Then you can add in your Bane of Infested, Hammer Shot or an ammo mutation mod if you're looking at some voids. For Corpus you want to add the same combo, split chamber, heavy caliber and serration. Add a Stormbringer and cryo rounds for that magnetic damage. Also add a point strike, vital sense and a rifle ammo mutation mod. The Amprex thrives in high level gameplay and could be considered one of the few in-game weapons along with its rival the Synapse. And with its ability to annihilate not only single enemies such as heavy gunners with well placed headshots, but also groups of enemies, it will excel on anyone's loadout. I definitely recommend this weapon, although it takes a lot of skill to conserve ammunition. After a while it becomes second nature. Despite its bulky replication costs, this weapon should own a spot in everyone's inventory. As always, this has been Bowshy, thanks for watching.
Because it's a crossbow and we're space ninjas.